Hello, my name's Julie. Welcome to my channel, Plans in the Making, and today is the much awaited 2025 planner lineup video. In this pile we have the planners that I've been using this year, and here we have a pile of planners and journals that potentially I will be using next year. These are not all Happy Planners. I have 3 different brands of planners and journals. And what I always like to do is a review of what worked well for me last year and what didn't, and how it's informing my decisions about which planners I use for 2025. So I'm going to clear these planners off my desk and go through each planner in turn. I'm going to start with my success story of the year, and one I'm definitely going to be continuing with, and that's the Happy Planner teacher layout. I have a flip through of this on my channel for the first 6 months of the year, and another one will be coming. But how I use the teacher layout is to change the dates at the top and use the sidebar for 5 different categories. You don't see a lot of planners out there decorating this layout, and my intention at the start of the year was actually just to write in it. But I wanted to give decorating a go, and actually I think it was a bit later in the year I found a little groove, a little trick that helped me, which was to put these stickers in the intersections where the boxes cross, so that I have room to write in each of the boxes, and only to cover up areas that I knew I wouldn't need, such as I knew I wasn't going to be posting a YouTube video on Monday, so I've covered that square up. I have loved using this planner this year, because my goal for 2024 was to be functional with my planning, and with this layout I've achieved that goal, but I've also been able to make it decorative as well, which makes me really happy because I do love creative planning. I think this is the most consistent I've been with a planner since I started planning in 2018, and it's worked so well I really want to keep it. I wish Happy Planner came out with a layout that had the dates at the top and a space at the side for you to add your own categories. People have been asking for this for some time, but as it's failed to appear, I had to get myself a new teacher planner to use in 2025. So let's show you what I chose. I've gone with the Jess Miller Drawers Year to Grow Seasonal Teacher Layout Planner. You'll notice it's a 12-month planner starting in July, but because I cover up the dates, that doesn't matter. I managed to pick this up in one of Happy Planner's flash sales, where they have 40% off and an extra 15% off if you are a reward member. So it cost me only £15, which was a great deal, particularly as it was a planner I really liked. I had been looking at another one on Craftalier with not such an exciting cover and dividers, and I know that covers and dividers aren't that important because I rarely look at them, but it's nice to get a planner that's pretty too. White discs go pretty much with everything, so I'm not sure whether I'll be changing those or not. I will have a planner setup video coming later, but I really like seasonal planners, and these designs are really pretty. It's got a lovely cover and a bright name page, which I will try to fill in at the start of the year. I have a habit of not doing that. And then I won't be using this school schedule section. I don't usually use these calendar pages. And then look at these gorgeous dividers. Obviously I will be starting in January, but I'll just give you a quick flip through. There's August, September, October. Love this one with a foil. And the one that we'll be starting with is this Grow, Shine, Dream, Love and Inspire, which is a good start for the new year. Often I don't like the divider for my birthday month, but this one is really pretty, although green is not my favourite colour and it's often green for March, but I do like this one. And we've got April, May with these retro boots, and the last one is June. We also have checklists in this planner, and I use the checklist to track my Facebook posts, so that's handy to have a whole set ready for next year. just to show you how the pages look. Very neutral, and of course I will be covering up the days and putting my categories here and the dates at the top. Another video I have coming up is a redating tips video, more about making the dates look pretty in your planner, but also all the resources I use when I'm redating a planner, because I have to redate 2 planners. So it's something I'm very familiar with. Really excited to use this one, as I know it's going to be functional, it's also going to be pretty, and most importantly, I'm going to stay consistent with it for the whole year. The only change I am considering is sometimes I don't have enough room to write everything I want, particularly when it comes to the photos I need to take of my different spreads. And I often try to use daily planning sheets as often as I can, which I had at the front of my teacher planner, but this has got rather bulky over the year, and I have a solution I'm considering, which is whether to keep my daily planning sheets separate and use this Planything planner. This is the functional vertical layout planner. It only has 6 months left, but I can redate it. It's very simple. It has a goals page at the start of the year, and then this is the equivalent of the currently page. Don't know whether I would fill that in, because I actually already use the currently page in the teacher planner to keep track of statistics and do a monthly review and write down all the videos and shorts that I posted. So I don't know that I'd need another currently page, but the layout is, if I go to January, because that's where I will start. The monthly, again, I probably wouldn't use, but we have a very simple week on a page layout, and I was thinking of putting daily sheets in beside it. I'm in 2 minds about this because I want to keep my planner layout simple, and I have struggled this year with just the 3 planners that I have. And one of the things I managed to eliminate last year was any repetition, and I don't want to bring that back. So I'm still thinking on this one. It would be handy to have all my daily plans together in one planner rather than having to grab this big planner. It may be something I try for the first month of the year and then drop it if it doesn't work. There's nothing wrong with doing that. If you're a new planner, you may find that whichever layout you've bought isn't working for you, and you need to be prepared to adapt and make changes as the year goes on. It's taken me a long time to find any sort of planner piece. I've definitely found plannerpeace with the teacher layout, so I'm sticking with that. But this is an addition that I may well make. Can't remember if I said, but this is a Planything planner. I believe they are still available on sale on Amber's website, and I do have a discount code of Julie10 for 10% off if you like this A5 size planner, or you can pick up packs of the daily sheets. It's very easy to redate because all you need to do is just white out the numbers or cover them up. The dividers of this planner are all seasonal. I do have a flick through on my channel of this planner. And they are also double-sided, which is a great thing, and something Happy Planner have started to do with their custom planners, but we've yet to see whether they will do it with their ordinary planners in the spring release. But double-sided dividers do allow you to change things about without having part of your plans on the back side. So you may be seeing this in my setup video. I do want to give it a try, and we will see how I get on. I will be changing the cover. I might be turning it around and using this one, or I do have another one that I like, but I'll show that in my setup video. I know someone on Facebook was asking recently where they could get hold of different size discs, and Planything does also offer discs of different sizes. They are mostly plastic discs, but it's worth checking out if that's something you've been looking for. So that's planner number 1, all sorted, ready for 2025. The second planner I used in 2024 was the Skinny Mini. I was so delighted that Happy Planner brought this back, and I've got this Pastimes planner which I've had to put expander discs on because you can see how bulky it gets with a whole year of planning inside. This one I've been happy to use this year, though I can't say I've been 100% consistent. I use it for my appointments and things that happen that I need to record, like library books that need renewing, family Zooms, shopping trips, and collecting prescriptions for my parents. I do have a whole playlist where I show how I decorate this planner, and I do have some issues with the size of the planner, in the fact that you can only use quite small stickers, and also because of the dates, it often means the decorative stickers go on one side and can't fit on the other side, and it doesn't look very balanced to me. So something I often do is white out the dates so that I can move the stickers around a little bit. Like this one, I've got rid of the days and just put numbers so that I've got more room for decoration, and I can have the stickers on this side as well as this side. This is a fun size planner. If you're looking for something you'd like to carry around, then I'd recommend it. And if you don't lead a busy life and only have 1 or 2 things to write, then it's perfect. Only problem I have sometimes is if I have 2 or 3 things that I need to write all on one day, there isn't enough room. But I do have a soft spot for the Skinny Mini. So let me show you my options for 2025. Because of the space issue and the issues with decorating the Skinny Mini, I have been considering using a Skinny Classic. I did use a Skinny Classic in 2023. I've even put my name in because I thought I was going to use this year, but I ended up picking up a Skinny Mini. This one, I will confess, I bought for the really cute seasonal dividers. Love that page. But my advice to you would be that you should prioritise layout over dividers, because you do tend not to actually look at them. Of course, it's a bonus if you can find a layout with dividers that you really love. But I think dividers are not the be-all and end-all of a planner, if you're new out there and want some advice. This was the Paula and Waffle planner, seasonal planner from a few years back, and it has the same horizontal layout as the Skinny Mini. I did enjoy decorating this one, and because it's that bit larger, you could place stickers on both sides and the dates didn't get in the way, so I didn't have to do so much whiting out. And obviously I had room to write plenty in each space. So that's why I've been going backwards and forwards between the two. The problem I have with this one is that it does have this decoration down the punch part, and that always is an issue for me. I like my pages to be neutral. And although this isn't too obtrusive and has lots of different colours in it, so it would go with lots of different colours, it does put me off a little bit. I wanted to show you this in case you're still weighing up options for your planner, and I definitely would recommend the Skinny Classic if you have a little bit more to write. But what I've decided to go with in the end for 2025 is to stick with the Skinny Mini, which I know those of you who enjoy my Skinny Mini planning videos will be pleased about. I picked this undated planner up quite late in the year in a Facebook D-stash. Someone bought the gift set and obviously didn't want the planner. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll put it on screen. It's the first time I've got green mini discs, and with it being undated, that's one less thing to white out. I'm not too fussed about the cover. The dividers are fine, but I don't love them like I do with the teacher planner I've got. We have this month overview, and you'll have to add the month on the page, and then these are the pages. So I am still going to have the issue of the days of the week being in the way, But I think I've got into the swing of decorating this planner, so I want to give it another year. The dots in the middle don't really bother me. I had those in my last planner. So I'll just show you quickly the dividers. They are quite cute, but I rarely look at them. They did have another skinny mini, or a couple of skinny minis available on the website. So they do have sales at the end of the year to get rid of planners. So if you haven't picked your planner up, that's a good time to look. They usually discount them quite a bit. So this is pretty enough and will serve me well for all my appointments and things I just need to jot down throughout the year. I think I probably prefer this to this, so I may even turn it inside out, or I do have a Squad Girls Skinny Mini cover that I may use instead, but I'll show that in my setup video. So planner 2 is going to be a Skinny Mini. My third planner for 2024 was my creative journal. I used the frosted covers from Live Love Posh, and apologies that I haven't actually got my winter cover underneath, but the words winter fell off and I haven't fixed it. But I like to use scrapbook paper to make my own covers. I decided in 2024 to use this planner solely as a creative journal. The previous year I'd used it as a catch-all planner. If you're new to all the planner lingo, then a catch-all planner is a planner where you write all sorts of things down, anything that you need to do, appointments, all sorts of things really. But what I found was I was repeating a lot of things, particularly my social media schedule. I was writing those in my social media planner and I was writing them in the catch-all planner. So for 2024, I decided I would keep it strictly as a creative journal. One of the things I really love to do is get creative with my planner and play with stickers and scrapbook paper. And these are always my favourite spreads to make. I think during the year I've only done one video where I showed you how I write in the planner, and that was this one. And what I use for this planner is a mix of classic vertical pages, which I took from older planners such as this 2021-2022 planner, which has lots of spare pages, and then I can just cover up the dates or change the dates. And then I also used filler paper and dot grid paper to make spreads, which I quite like because I could put bigger boxes down. I didn't have to white out any of the boxes that were already on the page. This was just some Happy Planner filler paper, and more often than not I would use dot grid paper from a Happy Notes, or more recently I've been using the Live Love Posh dot grid paper, and I really like the freedom of using that. My big problem with this planner is a confession here. I just haven't kept up writing in it. I've tried journaling before in a horizontal planner and I only kept going for barely a month before I gave up. This one has been very hit and miss. I've got weeks where I haven't written anything, then I've got spreads that are half filled in and not all filled in. I know that some people out there love to create spreads just for fun and have what's called a just for fun planner. And there's nothing wrong with creating spreads and not writing in them. But I have all these beautiful spreads in this planner that haven't been written in, that I'd like to do something with. Part of me is wondering if journaling is just not for me, although I really do like looking back and reading what I've written. So I do want to try and give it a go next year. But one idea I had was to use some of the spreads that I've not written in, because a lot of the time, like this one, a lot of the time I did them on paper and I can just take them out. They're not attached to anything. Obviously the dates would be wrong, but I could redate them, and then I could build myself a journal that would be already prepared, because one of the issues I have is if I've only made the spread on a Sunday and then I can't take photos for whatever reason on a Monday or a Tuesday because it's so dark, particularly in the autumn and winter, then I can't actually sit down and write in my planner, and then it gets left to the end of the week. And at the end of the week, I'm usually really busy creating content for YouTube. So the weekend is not a good day for me to write in my planner, and then it just gets left and the cycle continues. So don't be too hard on yourself if you are in the same boat and have spreads that you have not filled in. The important thing is to make your planner work for you. And because I love creating and making fun spreads, I'm not going to stop. So I'll probably have at least half a year's worth of spreads that I can take from this planner. And that still allows me to create new spreads, to add to it. However, I still need to be disciplined enough to actually write in my planner. I think 2025 will probably be the last year I will attempt a journal. And if it doesn't work, then maybe I just have a just for fun planner, or I find another purpose. I know some of you have requested a flip through of this planner, but because it's personal and I write things about my feelings and also people that I know, I don't really feel all that comfortable showing it on YouTube. But I am going to try to do some after the pens during the year next year, just because I know they can be really helpful, particularly for new planners. I will continue to use a combination of classic vertical pages and dot grid pages and Happy Planner filler paper pages in this planner, and I will still post those Plan With Me videos, though maybe not quite as often. Let me know in the comments, do you ever have problems writing in your planner? I don't know why, but decorating it for me is always the easiest part. Now onto the last planner I used in 2024. And I say used very lightly because I got this A5 dot grid journal from Daisy about halfway through the year, and then it took me several months to pluck up the courage to write in it because I didn't want to spoil the beautiful look of it and the pages. So this is what it looks like. If you're new to Daisy, they're a UK company. I know they have been reviewed by Mark Your Pages, and Jashi Corinne has had some of their products. The paper quality is really nice. One of the things I would say about this particular one is that the dots are very faint, but I know that they have rectified that in their newer planners that they've released this year, or journals I should say, and they are a little bit darker. But I did a whole video about this where I talked about how I was afraid to spoil the pages, and then all I did was decide to dive in with something really simple, and I made a little section of the font stencils that I've bought from Daisy. I just drew them out and did a little bit of washi. I made a little tab section, and it just meant that I'd started the planner and I wasn't afraid to use it anymore. I was really inspired after doing the video, and I had a whole list of things I wanted to do, but time was the enemy and I just didn't get round to doing any of them. I was planning to use the first half of the book for function and lots of functional spreads, and then the second half for some decorative spreads. So I'm going to carry on with this journal in 2025, and I will hopefully have some more content on my channel that you'll be able to see. It does have a pocket in the back, and I've put some of the stencils that I've bought from Daisy in there. It's got 2 bookmarks. It's 160 GSM, it's a really nice paper. So this will be in my lineup next year, and I'm looking forward to creating some pages. It's really beautiful, and I don't want it to go to waste. So although I felt like 3 planners was enough, and I haven't managed to keep up with all of them in 2024, I am adding this 4th planner for next year, and also one more, which I'm very excited about. This is the Happy Planner dotted lined journal that they released on Black Friday with the velvet cover and this beautiful starry design. I wasn't going to order anything in Black Friday week until it came to the doorbusters, and they had some thin washi tapes on special offer, and I love their thin washi tapes. So because I was adding those to cart, I always try to maximise the value of my cart, and this was only £7, which is so cheap for a journal when you think about things like Archer and Olive, and even some of the basic journals that you see on Amazon. And I was quite curious about the quality and what it would be like, so I wanted to try it out. Now, what, you may ask, am I going to be using a 5th planner for? Well, something I've really wanted to do for quite a while is have a Disney journal, because I really love all the Disney princesses, and this just spoke to me straight away as being ideal for that. It's got this gold sparkly fastening, and you have got a pen loop as well. Inside it's this pretty sort of periwinkle colour, and then we have dotted lined pages. Now, I would have preferred dot grid, but I don't think it's going to matter for what I want to use this planner for. This planner is definitely going to be just for fun. I have lots and lots of Disney stickers, and I've already planned out what I'm going to do in this planner. I have about, I think, 10 of the princesses, and they're going to have a section each. And then I'm going to have a page just about them, then a page with their companion, because most of them have companions in the story, like Ariel has Flounder and Sebastian, then a page with their enemy, a page with their love interest, and then maybe just an extra page. I may make tabs so I've got them all sectioned out. And I won't be working through this one princess at a time. I will just do pages as and when I fancy. Probably starting with Snow White, as I will go in the chronological order of the films. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but I'm really excited to be finally using my Disney stickers. And I'll just be jotting down fun things like my memories of the film, my favourite parts, my favourite lines, favourite songs, all those sorts of things. It's just going to be something I think I'm really going to enjoy doing. I think there are 160 pages, is that right? Yes, 80 pages, 160 GSM, extra thick paper, and it does feel nice quality. And we do have a pocket at the back, not that I probably will use that. There's also a couple of the bookmarks. So that's an extra planner for 2025. So I'll just finish with a recap of what I'm planning to use next year. This Happy Planner journal will be my Disney Princess journal. I will also be using the Jess Miller Draws Year to Grow Teacher Planner as my social media planner. The Oops-a-Daisy dot grid journal is going to be a mixture of function and fun, just as a creative outlet. The Skinny Mini will be for appointments, birthdays, prescriptions, those sorts of things. I'm thinking about the Planything planner for my daily planning sheets. And on top of that, I will have a creative journal made up from Classic Vertical, Dot Grid and Happy Planner filler paper, as well as probably spreads that I haven't filled in from last year's planner. That's 6 planners in all, which does worry me a little bit, but things like the Disney planner and the Oops-a-Daisy journal are things I'm just going to be dipping into from time to time. So really I'll only have 4 that I'll need to be filling in every week. And the Planything one will be purely functional. I won't be doing any decorating in it. So like last year, I'll have 3 planners that I'll be decorating and using on a weekly basis, then a functional planner and 2 journals for more of a creative outlet. All the links to the products I've shown will be in my video description as always, including my affiliate links. And I really appreciate you using those if you are shopping. I'd love to hear which planners you're using in 2025 and whether you've kept to the same layout and found something that works really well for you, or whether you've decided to change things up. If you're not a subscriber and are interested in creative planning with Function 2, then do subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell so you can find out when the next video is up. And look out for that planner redating video coming really soon, as well as hopefully some haul videos showing things I bought towards the end of the year. That video could be quite long. I want to finish by saying a thank you to everyone who's joined me in 2024 on my channel. I hope you're interested to see how I get on with all these different layouts, and will continue to watch in 2025. Have a wonderful week, happy planning, take care, and see you soon.